Ape has the right to bear arms. Ape has the freedom to speech, assembly, press, and Ape let women vote.
Ape, welcome you to Something Cafe. Ape review movie. Ape curious. How picture taken.
I just summed up the last 2.5 hours of my life. That right there. That's right. We just got back from watching probably a movie with the longest title I've seen in a while.
Kingdom of the Planet Apes.
Of the Planet of the Apes. Whoever made that decision. I don't like that title. Welcome to Cafe Critique. My name is Celestino Dooley.
And I am Brittany Loudon.
And we are here to professionally review movies for your liking in more of a comedic way than an educational way, because Lord knows you'll be leaving this episode still not knowing if you want to go see it. But you will know what it's about, because we are going right into the spoilers. Yes, this is a spoiler warning for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. With that introduction, this is episode 5, I think.
No,
5 or
this is
6,
episode
right?
6.
Sits. This is episode 6, and I've never seen any of the Planet of the Apes movies, unfortunately. Dude, like, even when I saw the trailer for this, I knew it was my kind of movie. Like, I love dystopia. If you want to know my favorite genre, dude, like that is it. Like Maze Runner, Scorched Trials, anything zombies, like that's my favorite.
Well, then after this, you need to go watch all three.
I would love to.
Actually, the original was made in the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, because
and there was
this is out,
5.
I've been seeing clips. We just talked about how there's so many, the ones before it and different installations of it, Tim Burton. And I'm not one of those. And you know what? I still really enjoyed it. So yeah, I know that I haven't seen any of them, so I was kind of worried about going into this. Like, I was kind of worried if I was gonna like miss out on details or whatnot. Here comes Lars. If I was gonna miss out on details, not know what's going on. But like they did like the total Star Wars thing. Like right when the movie started, like text came up on the screen. It was like, a long time ago, your virus, COVID, and masks, and then
Human
it
die.
was COVID, but then COVID said, "But what if monkey?" And then monkey, and then human become dumb, monkey come smart, and then Caesar was like monkey Jesus. So the movie starts and I'm instantly hooked because I was really impressed with the CGI. It all looked super good. The facial expressions of all the monkeys were very good. Very, I mean, they could convey emotion without talking, which was really hard for CGI to do 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And I was really impressed. Basically, we zoom in on our main character Noah, and he's got 2 friends. We got the girl and the dude, because I could not tell you what their names were. They are going to grab these eggs from this nest, and this is very important. It might sound like it's not important. I thought it wasn't important, but then it turned out to be important. They were stealing eggs from these nests. You quickly learn that they have values because they don't ever take every egg. So you kind of get to be familiarized with the fact that over this period of time, they have installed some sort of morals. And then they get enough eggs, they go back. And then we see, the monkey home, the monkey clan. They are the Eagle clan. We zoom in on the Eagle clan, and they got eagles flying everywhere. And Noah's father's like the king, and his mother. Okay, for some reason, so his father's like the king of all this, and his mother is like on the ground washing corn. Like,
at first, I thought that was his dad.
Oh, me too.
Living in a lie.
I thought it was his brother. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But no, we quickly learn about his family. And here's a question. We figure out what the eggs were going to be used for just from them talking, but it was never explained.
Oh, so basically what was going to happen at sunrise was the eggs were gonna hatch and they were gonna bond and create a song with the eagle, and that's what's gonna establish that relationship. That is their eagle.
Is that something that was done in previous movies?
No, this is the first time that.
How on
happened.
earth? Okay, wow, yeah.
Well, it's
So-
because it said in the like Star Wars like entrance where it had been many generations from that old point to this new point.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what was the scene that happened and then it said many generations later? What was
It
that
was
scene?
in the first, right before it showed that Caesar was dead and they were burning his
Oh,
body.
that. Yep. So yeah, so one thing or another, Noah, and it's so funny, right? Because this entire movie would not have happened if Noah's mom's fish rack didn't break.
Yes.
So basically, Noah sees that something that his mom was using was broken. Noah wanted to fix it. Mom said later, and then Noah wakes up in the middle of the night. He can't sleep, and he goes to fix it, and then he hears some noises in the salmon in the fish hut, and then he encounters what, if this is your first time viewing it, he encounters what we believe to be a human. I mean, we don't really know at that point. Then the human, like, to push him back, breaks the egg that he was holding. And then the egg breaks. He needs a new one because his father's kind of a hard ass on him.
Yeah.
And then his friends were like, no, we'll go, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, journey alone. And then he goes to get a new egg. He runs into this other clan of monkeys with masks on. And, it's so confusing.
So basically,
The towel.
he's on the horse and he is traveling through blah blah blah, gonna go find new egg, and then he runs into dead monkey. Like he sees in
Yes,
the
yes,
background
yes,
that
yes,
there's
yes.
a fight that's going on. Then he
Yes.
stumbles across it because he's like, I need
Yeah.
to see what's happening.
And it was his people of his clan getting killed or someone else?
No, so but like both sides.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when he sees the one gentleman that I guess is very close to his father, and he's like, "There's more coming."
Ah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's then we get introduced to this
Big
new,
gorilla.
Yeah, like there's gorillas which weren't in the Good Clan, but they have these electric poles that I'm guessing Caesar might have used. I mean,
No.
how would right? But
So So later on,
Yeah.
we come to find out because gonna skip really quick here.
skip it.
When they're at the dinner table with the king, and he looks over at the other human and is like, "Oh, he figured out how to fix your
Oh,
device."
I did not hear him say your.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so obviously, like these bad guys have like tasers, and obviously that's not something a monkey can just make. That's like speed running Bluetooth. It doesn't work like that. And now he's all safe and hidden. Then his horse comes out, and they see the horse, and it's like, oh, like someone's here. And they know if they scare the horse will just go back to its home.
So they tase it.
And they tase it and they follow him. And then that was a really good scene because then you, like, as the audience, feel that pressure of like, holy crap, like there's no way Noah's fast enough. Right?
Yeah, faster than them on horses.
But he's gonna try. He gets back.
Everything's up in flames.
yeah.
Just complete war going
Iron
on.
Man 3,
Demolished.
yeah, just everything, and then a big long scene of his dad dies and blah blah blah. But really, he wakes up out of the ash and he is the only one. So he's like, I'm gonna bring back my clan, and he goes
go
on.
home.
Yeah, he goes on this journey. He meets, who I can only assume to be
He meets an orangutan, which his clan was also demolished. And his
like
clan,
a Neil deGrasse Tyson
oh my gosh.
orangutan. That's like, well, actually, what you understand is that he is super well versed,
Well,
and
there's one thing about the orangutans
Yeah.
that happens in the 2 movies or
Tell
the
me.
3 movies before is that they actually become more so like the teachers the like they actually read books
so
and everything like that.
So when you saw him, you knew that he was like more intelligent.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
good to know.
also the symbol that he wears is Caesar, like Caesar.
Yeah.
The Jesus like Caesar. He had a room in his human like house that the window was that. So that's why you see it when Caesar is dying, like when they put the like
Yeah.
his burial and the ashes and everything like that, and you see the symbol, and then you see the symbol on his neck because they still are trying to live out the original rules, which is ape doesn't kill ape. I can't remember all the other ones, but yeah, just like that's why they follow still the
Ape doesn't kill ape. Ape has the right to bear arms. Ape has the freedom to speech, assembly, press, and the freedom of religion. And ape abolished. Ape let women vote. So yeah, so Mr. Orangutan's telling him all this stuff because right now, like, they are talking about humans, which Noah's calling echoes. Couldn't tell you why.
Well, I think it's because during those many of generations, once Caesar died, it seems like a lot of different groups kind of branched out across the world, especially as humans started getting less and less visible because there was another virus that broke out during the third movie that made humans not be able to speak. That's why when this one certain human that they also end up meeting up with can speak, they're also like, what?
Interesting. I wonder if they're like just immune to it or.
So there were some people that were immune to it, 100%, because you never know, like genetics and stuff like that.
Cool. So they're talking about humans and like Mr. Orangutan kind of knows the deal with humans, and obviously Noah doesn't. Noah sees humans as like rats, and they meet this one that's pretty clever, but still is acting pretty feral, and this human follows them, and for some reason the bad guys want this human. You don't know why yet.
Yeah,
and
it's kind of like hard to follow because they're just like that one.
Yeah, like, yeah, and I'm guessing it's because they might have seen that one before, or they know tales of the one that can actually think,
Yeah.
But then Noah's like, okay, crap, I kind of have to save this human now because the human spoke, and then that's when Noah was like, okay, there might actually be something here.
Well, he also started learning from the orangutan, Caesar's actual like beginning to how apes became actual like apes with their intelligence and coming togetherness and everything like that.
Yeah.
So once he starts following footsteps in that's where you kind of see compassion starting to pull through.
And it just makes me want to see those the previous ones more. Like when I'm hearing Mr. Orangutan say like Caesar would show kindness and blah blah. It's like super cool to think that like there's a monkey that did that. So so yeah, a good amount of fluff happens. They are still traveling, kind of like a Lord of the Rings-esque montage of them on the back of horses, this and that, traveling, and finally the human talks, right?
Yeah, the human talks when so they end up during their like journey to try to go get his clan people back.
Does the human know where the human knows where?
Yes, but this isn't talked about until later.
Right.
But they stop somewhere because they see a zebra. They're like, "What the heck is that?"
The zebra was the zebra was a focal point here. Apparently.
Yeah. So then all these humans come out of the forest and they look like tribal.
Totally degenerated ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so they all start drinking water, and then all of a sudden you hear this horn, and it's like, "Meow," and everybody's like,
it was like,
"Whoa!" What? And then the gorilla.
The horn was like what?
Meow. And then the gorilla comes out and he's like,
yeah, he's.
And then they just start chasing and hunting all the humans down. It was an intense scene.
Freaking gnarly. It was like, it was pretty scary, dude. Like I think that was the scariest scene because just imagining something as terrifying, strong, and fast as a gorilla wearing armor,
Just
just running towards you
on
like,
all
that's
fours, or
freaking-
better yet, on a horse.
Scary. Freaking scary. So, yeah, they escape that and they make
Well,
their
that's
way.
where she screams out no,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then both of the they're just like everybody's in shock. Like what?
Yeah, and they keep going because who we learn to be May, so that's her name.
Yeah, the
May
human
starts
that's-
talking like perfectly fine, and we learn. Which I mean, I would do this too. You want to be cautious. You don't want to make yourself seem too useful or
Yeah,
too
no.
special that you get targeted like she already was.
Yeah.
And once she knew she could trust Noah and Mr.
Not necessarily
Orangutan
fully trust though, because she still did lie to them.
about
She didn't tell them about her colony getting destroyed by the same people. She was just saying that she was traveling alone.
Yeah,
That's where
Going to
later
that.
on Caesar, or not Caesar, Noah was like, you lied to me, that's why I can't trust you.
which seems kind of like so she lied to him
When
she
they were
didn't
sitting around in the right after
Yeah.
the hunting the humans part, that's when she lied to him. But he was already giving her full trust because, I mean, you got to think about it, going from seeing this thing as a pest
Mm-hmm.
to then to be like, oh, you're actually kind of like me. Because when they were in the planetarium and he's like, she gave the same reaction an ape would,
Right.
he's now comparing her to an ape and seeing her
that's
in that
when
light.
her facade kind of broke a little bit because
Yeah.
she is probably the first time in a long time she's got to look through a telescope like that. But yeah,
Or ever.
yeah, fair. So yeah, she had lied to him. She wasn't alone. It was that the rest of the people like her got killed,
Yeah.
and then
And that's why she was already on a mission to go there.
to go to the place where she ended up at the end of the movie, right?
So basically, you got to think about it. Noah has known that this Echo has been following him around.
Correct.
Right? Knew about his tribe, everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sees, obviously, tribe get destroyed. Starts following him.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's on a mission to go to the same place that she's on.
Mm.
So she just continues to follow him. And
Really, because
obviously,
she knows where the VAULT is, right?
yes, because she's trying to gain access to that. Because obviously, at the end of the
So
movie, we
he
see
needs
that
to. She's trying to use him to get to the VAULT.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay. Man, that would have been cool at the time. I was sitting there like
the
I was
hell
sitting there.
happening?
I was sitting there like, oh, ape strong. Ape strong, you
It's
know,
talking, yes.
looking over at Brittany like, ape strong. So yeah, okay. So that's pretty cool. So they finally get to Auschwitz, and he sees his entire.
Wait, you're forgetting such an important part. The bridge, the troll bridge.
Yeah, I feel like.
I thought
Why would they go on there?
Well, the thing is that they're
I know
trying
they
to
had
avoid,
to,
Yeah.
but-
I just thought it was funny because when you see the apes crawling on the bottom, I was like, are they gonna come out and ask him riddles?
Yeah, What has 3 thumbs and smiles during weekdays?
Literally. But then you see freaking
Gorilla.
the gorilla ape come down on a horse on the other side, and then they turn around because
They get surrounded.
they get surrounded immediately, and then we sadly see.
So, hold on. So as they're approaching the bridge, they were not keeping it secret that something was going to happen.
Yeah, it was definitely
if there wasn't any ominous music and they just walked across it, everything would have been fine. I don't know why the only bridge was in their control. I don't know. It seemed just kind of. It seemed kind of way too written, way too set up.
It definitely felt very fast paced.
But that's all right. I mean, honestly, I think out of the whole movie, that's the one scene that I'm like, they probably could have done better. But yeah, they get surrounded, and Neil deGrasse Tyson, orangutan,
R.I.P.
he sacrifices himself for May.
For May, the human, which I think shows a lot to his character in following Caesar's.
Because right
place.
before he gets swept away by the rapid current, he says,
ape strong together, and then
Oh yeah.
and then just gets whisked away, which sucks because I was telling this to Brittany before we started recording. With how the movie panned out, it kind of sucks for the most curious of the characters to be the one that does not get to see what they wanted.
In my
right?
perspective, I can kind of understand killing him off
Sure.
early is because the thing is that we've already had 3 movies full of Caesar. So,
Fair.
when you're trying to lead on into this new, journey, new life, new aspects of things in
Yeah.
the ape world, it's kind of like, okay, we can have a hint of this back in here,
Yeah.
but it's got to go because we need to focus
Plus,
more on this
yeah,
new...
no, fair. Yeah, I think also even though it's a little cliche, sacrificing the innocent character is very common in movies, and it's always one of the main motivators for the protagonist, right? I mean, think about
Yeah.
every movie where it's like maybe like the nerdy scientist, who's stayed out of trouble this whole time, just decides to sacrifice him or herself because something or whatever, or
They
someone
have
says,
so much care for the...
"I will hold them back." You can just something, and it would have been kind of nice for the one because this also you see a lot in movies is like the most curious one, the one whose only goal is to learn something super innocent, never gets to see that. And Brittany's right; it does show to his character, and it does repel. It does like slingshot Noah to. Granted, Noah did get
his
he
home...
did get his shit rocked.
Yeah.
But once he came to, and they were taking him to their whole. I want to say community, but it was more like kingdom. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I look at it as a dictatorship.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, like more of a dictatorship. It was literally monkey Hitler.
Yeah,
And,
literally.
So May and Noah get chained up, and they get marched into this kingdom, and it's pretty rough. Like, it looks pretty rough around the edges. They have basically set themselves up in the
Beach
insides
side.
of like a cruise ship or like a
Cargo ship?
Yeah, a cargo liner. And once they get in there, they cut their chains because now it's a very, very soft indoctrination of them becoming like a part of it. You know what I mean? Even though they aren't going to be equal because they soon find out that his clan is there, but basically they got enslaved. No one's in chains because the leader, who we get to learn, is named Proximus. Proximus is this. I wouldn't say he is super intelligent. He's smart. I mean,
He's smart.
he gets like he understands humor. He understands sarcasm. Like there's a couple things that he understands better than others. We soon find out. So yeah, Caesar gets thrown into this slave camp, which sooner or later, Proximus separates May and Noah. Noah gets thrown in with his clan, and there's a few reunions there. But obviously, all of his friends and all of his family are they're all weak. They're all tired. They've all kind of mentally given up.
Yeah, I've been working.
Yeah, and then May gets dragged in a separate way, and she gets thrown into this one room that's seems pretty human-like a lot of like chairs and sofas and tea, and then there's this dude. He's basically kind of been I wouldn't say he's brainwashed by them. I think it's something similar though. It's not brainwashed, but more just he's kind of given up and just accepted to just let the apes do it, and you see this kind of character in a lot of films, like the character who surrenders because they know they'll be spared, and then that always begs the moral
question of like which is better, what May's doing or what he's doing. And we kind of learned that he's kind of been like the human intel for Proximus and everything. He's kind of like Proximus's right hand man.
Yeah.
He was saying he was heading out the door, telling May like, we will keep talking when I get back. It would be nice for you to join evening lesson, which is like, that's a pretty eerie sentence because it's like, what has he told these guys? Like what has he taught? What has he shared with all these apes that apparently he has lessons for like every night, which is just making them smarter, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I wish that there was a scene for that just to see.
Well, there was definitely it was funny when he was the king was like, "Hey, come read me that.
Yeah.
Make it a funny story."
yeah, no, like the Proximus treats this guy as true. He's his jester. I mean,
Yeah.
really, like he is treated better than a typical jester, but now Proximus is kind of trying to like cut a deal with Noah because obviously Noah's he's very smart. It's kind of, because it's like May was seen as, oh, she's smarter than the rest, and now Noah is seen as he's smarter than the rest because Noah was able to repair one of the taser rods, and
Yeah, but then
this
they
and
look
that.
at May and they're like, "Oh, she's still human, so
Yeah,
F her."
yeah. Basically, Proximus tries to be like, dude, like, I get that this May chick, you want to see if humans can coexist, you want
But it's
to
not.
be peaceful, but Proximus is saying, but dude, like, let's just team up, like, look at what I've built. This could be our world, and all this time, right? We kind of start to notice May might have some alternate motives, but she's keeping quiet. After that whole dinner and conversation, that's when May and Noah start talking about what we learned to be the vault. That was a really cool scene. Do you want to talk about that first scene where there was probably their 300th attempt at opening the vault?
Oh,
Super cool.
well, I don't know which scene you're talking
Killer.
about.
So, the vault. No, so
Because I know.
there were
in
a
my
couple.
brain.
Yeah, no, there were a couple times. So that was one of the first scenes that kind of introduced us to how things work in this
Yeah.
camp, where clearly this has been. So they are setting up for this big demonstration on this giant vault door. And,
Rusted.
yeah,
bolted
you don't
shut door.
You don't really know what it is, but then they obviously have a method, and you later learn that like there's something inside.
That's very valuable.
Did Proximus know? I know Proximus didn't know exactly what was in there, but did he know what the value was in there?
Yes. So when they were at dinner, they were talking about evolution.
Yes.
And he's talking about how he wants to bring the apes, like, way better than humans. Like, you see how, like, humans could, like, move mountains and everything like that. We want to be able to do that. Ape be smarter. He was like, if everybody knows, but wait, what if I know?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, holy cow, man.
Yeah, you really start to see him kind of divulge into this, like, power trip.
Yes.
And, I thought it was a really cool piece of dialogue there where he was talking about like if I evolve, everyone evolve make smarter, and
But he's also, like, laughing during it. He's like...
no, he is super human-esque when he speaks, and it's probably because he's been around
Human.
dude the whole time.
Yeah, because I don't know if you noticed that, like, when some of the apes talk, A, they either use sign language, or
Yes.
B, they sound like they're out of breath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's they basically, Proximus says, whatever's in there could instantly evolve us.
Yeah, because they're...
figuratively, but still, like there's something in there, later we learn May knows what's in there. She talks about the government put a bunch of valuable weapons and info in there, which I don't know why she explained that to Noah and them, because they wouldn't even know what a government is or what.
That is true.
Right? Like she was like saying like
the U.S. military and the president got together.
Yeah, Noah was like, "Do you know what's in there?" And she's like, "Before the virus spread, the American government hid many like military." I mean, they
explaining to an ape that has no freaking idea.
Exactly,
what the hell you're
they just
about.
Don't know that vocab yet. Like,
like what's
they don't
America?
know what any of that means.
Oh my goodness. So.
Oh dear.
Skipping to the next part.
Yeah.
They're trying to they get together and they're like, okay, you know what? F all this. We're not doing this. Let's just blow up stuff.
They're trying to figure out how to get into the vault.
Before the other people get into the other apes get into the vault. So they start setting up explosions and stuff like that. And then one of Noah's other ape friends ends up pouring a whole entire bag of gunpowder on the floor. And she goes, shit. And all you see is Noah go, shit.
Learning words. Add that to your flashcards, brother.
Literally.
They are setting up to destroy the dam that is kind of dam/wall. I mean, it's serving the same purpose, but basically you kind of learn. So May's trying to basically like destroy all of this, and did she tell them that she was also trying to destroy everything inside? Yeah, right.
So that was kind of like the combined
plan. That was
plan.
The plan. Yeah.
Because when they did get inside, like right before they did, they kind of discussed, like you're gonna grab your clan and you're gonna run. Yep. I'm gonna, because like everybody wants to get out there safely, right? That wants to escape.
So fast forward a bit, they find a way through by some air ducts in the back, which I can't believe they didn't check because they were like wide open.
And they're apes, and they can climb just like the other apes.
So they get in, May and Noah and dude and girl, and they are going through a bunch of human built stuff. It's a really, really cool scene.
Oh, 100%.
May kind of splits off, and that's when Noah and his two buddies they start to notice, May knows something. Like May has an objective clearly.
Yes, but that's because they're going through preschool books
exactly.
And they see like a zoo and they see monkey behind bars and they're like,
yeah,
no.
Which didn't orangutan tell him that? Right?
Right? Yes and no. The thing is that seeing something.
I don't know why that was such a shocker.
Seeing something and actually hearing something are very two different things.
I guess I don't know. I just like when they saw that and they all started getting curious. Like they weren't gonna just throw the entire plan out, but like when they saw those photos, their total character changed, and I was like,
100%.
I was like, I mean, you kind of already. I don't know. I felt like they kind of already knew this.
Didn't know that.
Fair.
And he didn't tell them. So.
Fair, yeah. So but still, again, I'm putting myself in the monkey's shoes right now. Like they are like apes. Apes are ruling it right now. It's like I guess they don't want to give the power back to the people that put them in the cages in the past.
Well, you got to think about it, is that they actually had no knowledge of anything really, like until Noah had met the orangutan.
Yeah.
He had no idea about any of it. He's like, what?
So while May is doing something very specific, she is on a mission. Like going somewhere that she knows where to go, and she grabs a fire axe, goes down some stairs, opens up a closet, and just a ton of guns, which was a really cool scene because then you as the audience, you're like, oh my gosh, like what if Proximus found those? Like what if?
I was thinking about her turning on Noah.
I mean, at that point, that wasn't even in my mind because we all knew she knew those were down there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But
Fair. Yeah.
you know,
I don't know. I just when I saw that, I thought it was I thought that was really powerful because, yeah, it was like she opened up the closet and it's like that right there, like that's why we can't let this get in his hands. And then she goes to another closet, opens up, it's a bunch of server racks. She
Yeah.
pulls out a Game Boy cartridge.
yeah, I was
No
like,
explanation.
Yeah, no.
No explanation. It's some sort of freaking like chip floppy disk thing, and she grabs it. Clearly, she needed it, and she pockets it. She goes back up. She's telling.
She's like, "Let's go, boys."
Yeah. She's telling the gang, it's party time. She has what she wants. They know something that they didn't,
My
and now they're
thing-
going up.
No, they didn't go up. They went all the way down because they went to the freaking actual door. I thought.
Oh yeah.
That why didn't they just go back up
Because
and go? I know that they're trying to destroy the
fair.
stuff, but the thing is, like, you easily could have let that man try to open that door. It's never gonna happen. Get your people out of there. You already have what you need. You could have just went back through.
Yeah.
And gotten out.
Or I feel like there might have been something she could have done to just destroy it without having to open the vault door.
100%.
Something like she.
There was tanks in there.
Yeah,
There were
she
full-on
obviously
tanks.
knew. She was smart. She knew what all those things did. She's made it all the way here. I feel like she could have shot a specific pipeline of gas that exploded the whole thing with the vault door
because
still
she was
closed.
over here messing with the freaking
Exactly.
generators and stuff
But
like that.
no,
and it's
they
like,
all get down to the vault door I mean, this is what they had planned.
Yeah.
But what they didn't plan was when they opened the vault door,
There's-
it opened up and everyone's just there.
Yeah, and me and Celestino talked about this. They were like, how do you not expect, like...
This whole operation was like 30 minutes of the movie. The first 20 steps that they took were all ducked down low, hiding behind barrels. Apparently, bedtime started because the moment they snuck behind those barrels, they left those, they got out from behind those barrels with perfect posture, laying down gunpowder, not covered by anything. Like, literally not covered by anything.
Yeah, no.
Everyone could see. Oh,
What?
dude. May killed the human when they were laying the gunpowder because she was afraid he was going to go back and tell them. It's important, but they went through it really, really fast.
Yeah, they did.
So it's like, I don't. How are you guys shocked? Okay, so it's taken like a minute for these vault doors to open. That's what I was telling Brittany. Like, this is their life goal since they got here is to open this thing. And they're opening like
you not
super loud, like really loud mechanisms firing and opening, and what they're just expecting, like, dude, holy crap, man, dude, check it out, dude, what, the vault,
It's opening.
what about the vault, dude? It's kind of, dude, it's open right now. Oh, for real?
Let's just go stand
Yeah.
outside of it and
Dude.
see what happens.
That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. What do you think? I don't know. Like, of course that's going to draw attention. They open it up and they're all shocked because, like, Proximus and everyone's there. It's of course. And then they have this whole, no, I'm not going to give you the answer and this and that. And, Proximus threatens one of Noah's friends, and then
Lady friend.
and then May pulls out a handgun that
Yeah.
she grabbed and just sunk it right through the chest of the ape that was about to hurt
Yeah.
Noah's friend. And I'm like, that is, I don't know if that's dumb or smart, because it's like, you knew she didn't want to do that. Like, it
Well, the
was
thing is,
it was clear on her face that she knew the moment she showed him what it could do, he
Yeah,
could figure it out from there.
Yeah, because all he asked after that was,
Are there more of those? Exactly.
And then he's like, you're free to go. You're free to go.
So she had some morality to her. She was like, if I just keep it hidden, they aren't gonna figure out what it is, and it might I might buy me enough time to still fix this. But this was like the first good thing that she did for Noah was killed the guy that was about to kill Noah's friend, and then obviously Proximus is like, oh, are there more of those? Can Ape learn how to shoot firearms? And
Can Ape bear arms?
Can Ape like Second Amendment? And she's basically just keeping quiet, starts freaking out. Something happens. I forget what.
She shoots at the barrel.
Yeah.
Blow up the wall.
Yeah, shoots at the barrel to blow up the wall, and then runs over and puts the wires together, and then the dam starts breaking.
Yep,
break,
then all the water just floods in, and everybody.
And all before that, Noah's like, no, May, don't do it.
Lord.
Because, they didn't plan for the whole family to be in the way of the water.
Because literally the king brings his whole entire clan right there.
So that's when we see
look.
Exactly. That's when we see Noah and May disagreeing. Noah's like, don't.
But also,
I was on the side of May. Do it.
Well, Noah also at the same time, this is where you see him start to take leadership of the clan, like his father, and is like, everybody climb.
Yeah, climb, and then
they're just climbing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with May on that one. Like, I'm not like, all of you can climb and get to safety. We have risked our lives so much to get here. What is one more time risking our lives? You know?
I understand that.
So she blows it up. They're climbing up, and
she just disappears.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, because the thing is that then we have
she
the flooding.
climbs up the dirt. Yeah. She gets out. She's able to escape the normal way, like up the sides of the ravine and up the dam, and now she's like looking over it while basically all of the water pushed all the apes into the vault. So now they have to escape out the vault from how they got in.
Yeah.
Which only Noah and party know. And May disappears. They get to the top of the vault where they came in. Proximus is there along with the Eagle clan. Proximus is like, how dare you, blah, 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 blah. Like a total like Black Panther moment of like Black Panther and Killmonger like
when they start
dueling
going
it out.
It, yeah.
Like literally that. And it was a pretty cool scene. Like the Eagle clan is still really scared of Proximus. They all bow down to him. Noah's getting his shit rocked, and then...
But then he looks up to the sky.
And he goes...
And he starts singing the bird song, and then everybody starts joining him, and then all of a sudden, he gets up, the eagle lands on his arm, and then all the birds just start attacking.
Which is cool, because that's what his father was the master of birds, because it's like the Eagle clan, this is what they do. And he was always like, he was never able to like tame one.
Yeah, or become like friends.
He always thought that they hated him. The Eagles did the Eagles didn't treat him great, but
no.
So this is finally when it's like, no, he's got it. And the Eagles start taking out Proximus, and then Proximus is like, I am your father, and then he falls, and Proximus dies, and Eagle Clan's happy. Eagle Clan goes home.
They start rebuilding.
May comes to Eagle Clan.
No. May goes to another human spot, which is...
She does... No, she goes to Eagle Clan before that.
Mm-mm.
What?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
My bad.
So May goes... I don't pay attention, but for some reason, that's the one part I did. May goes to Eagle Clan to... I guess... Didn't she say to say bye?
Goodbye, yeah.
Then the camera pans down to her butt, and she's holding the gun behind her back. I can't even... I was telling this to Brittany before we started. What scenario... Like, what thing was she prepared for Noah to say that would need her to shoot him? I mean, she is not winning that one. There are 6 bullets in there, and there's like 60 apes.
Literally.
I'm really not sure. And now they're like both kind of pissed at each other because Noah, so May lied to Noah, and May escaped all nice and
And he's
fine.
like,
Noah is like, you lied to Ape, and she's like, I had to. There's no other way. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that they were cool at the end because like mission accomplished for everybody.
Everybody's
So
good.
but then Noah was like, he like this whole time we are building up to, Noah is the bastion of hope for not just the apes but maybe to look at humans in a new way, and then
Yeah.
at the end Noah's like, no, I don't like your kind. He's like, ape cannot understand how human and ape can live together after what we learned from that ABC book. It's like, dude, y'all already, like, even though y'all already didn't know that, it's in the past, and can't y'all figure? I don't know. It felt silly. It felt like Mr. Orangutan would have. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but then he brings up Mr. Orangutan's like words, and he's
Caesar
like,
would have had a lot to say
and
about
then
this.
he hands him the symbol that was on the orangutan's neck, and like this is important, telling
Gives the
her to
symbol
basically
to-
figure it out
I
because
guess,
he
yeah.
has to focus on rebuilding his clan stronger and better.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt like, I don't know. It kind of felt like everything that we've been working towards. You and this human have been working together for the last 2 hours, and then now it's like, well, you lied to me, and I found out you put us in cages 100 years ago. So
How dare you?
yeah, I don't know. It felt kind of weird. So then they leave on good terms but cautious terms. She goes to this. Okay,
Underground, another human
She
underground.
wasn't- she wasn't from there.
No, so
So how?
they're at dinner with the king and everything like that. He whips out the map and is like, "I've already know. Like,
Your
this
people
is-
dropped this. Or
No, you
dro-
dropped this. This is from you and your clan. Boom. So she already
That's
has a
what
map
that's
of all
from.
of yeah.
So someone gave her that map.
Yes.
She's never been there before.
No.
That's where she's trying to go, but she needs to go to the vault first.
Yeah, to get the key
I
information.
wish I understood that.
Then
Yeah, so
When
she
sh-
follows the map and she gets there.
and she hands them the little floppy disk
Some
and they
hot
plug
scientist
oh my gosh,
lady.
hot. But this is where they definitely make a very, very good scene.
They zoom
This-
in on her ass so far.
No,
It was so unnecessary.
This is not okay.
No, I'm
No.
talking about what's important here.
No, what's
there was
important
like
is that
there was like
there's-
a 60-second scene of the scientist lady just like running down this hallway, just ass. And I
Anyways,
did not consent. I didn't mind. Didn't
they
consent to
set up-
60 seconds of ass.
they set up perfectly for another movie to come
Oh,
out after this.
forget about movie, dude. They set up a freaking. They set up a whole other franchise with
yes,
that dude.
100%.
Which
Because the
I'm
thing is,
excited
They
about.
started zooming in on all the scientists and everything. It's like
Yeah.
all that.
You just
So-
find out that there are perfectly competent humans still.
Yeah, just like her.
And not even like,
But, like,
humans
scientists.
that are like that are wearing things that match together and style and they are drinking out of coffee cups and talking and like passing papers. It's like, what? Like, where? I guess I would have needed to seen the other movies. I don't know. It's just like, how did y'all
No,
hold
because
it?
the other
Fair,
movies still don't even
but
explain.
how did y'all hold this out for this long?
Yeah, especially for many generations.
So, but hey, I mean, that thing was locked down tight though.
But they plugged in the floppy disk, and
Yeah.
then the satellites that May was watching up at the top
start moving.
start moving, and then movie end.
They get well. Hold on. The scientists get signal. So
Oh, yeah, they make
where
contact.
they plug in the Game Boy cartridge, you see like 6 other ones that look exactly the same but different colors.
Yes.
And that was like the last slot, which I guess that's I'm guessing a human or someone gave May that map saying, hey, you know, I heard that the humans need this thing and it's in this spot. So you need to follow this and go there and then go here. And she found it. She gave it to them. The moment they plug it in, they make contact with like community from like in Indiana.
Yeah.
And which now it's like, okay, cool. So like there are other civilizations here, and just throughout the country, and now they're going to be able to start communicating, which is like, well, if the Indiana location was able to communicate this whole time, because obviously the one that we were at was just waiting to get that last piece to do it.
Yeah, but if that one's a military base.
I guess, yeah, because like the people over the comms were like, oh, it's so good to hear another voice. So it's like y'all had access to this, like y'all were able to tune in this whole time. You didn't encounter anybody else.
Yeah, but the thing is that you also gotta think that when the hot lady that you're talking about came up to the door when May walked up, she was in a whole entire PPE.
PP?
No, like
PPE.
Your protection
hazmat suit.
Yes. Yeah. Hazmat suit. And so obviously they still fear the
for sure
upper world,
the virus.
Yeah, and everything like that. So because May didn't even go in the vault either. She went up to the satellites.
I'm kind of guessing it would be nice to, yeah. I don't know.
That's why I'm saying they set up perfectly for a whole entire.
Yeah, no, totally. Like maybe maybe they can't even leave, and that's why they needed someone like May. Maybe May found the base, just came across it, and then they came out and said, "Oh my gosh!" Because everyone in there have never been exposed to the outside, so they can't do it. So they finally have a human that's smart enough to go do something. So they're like, "Oh my gosh, we need you to go. We're gonna give you this map. We need you to grab this, that. Come back here."
I feel like we'll probably learn a lot more about that in like the second one that comes out from this.
But don't you think I'm like what I'm saying though makes a little bit of sense, right? Like maybe they found like May came across it and they were like, "Oh my!" Like because if she wore PPE just to go out there, then they knew that they needed this chip this whole time. They weren't able to.
I just feel
May
like
finally.
There's so many unanswered questions about it that it's hard to even come up with a theory.
Well, that is mine. That is my theory. I think that's why she couldn't come in. You know, they basically saw May as really useful. Much like Proximus saw Noah as a very useful ape, they saw May as a very useful human. Boom. Connection. And then they make connection. Satellites move. May looks up at the stars. Noah and his lover girl look up at the stars through the telescope. And that's when the movie ends, showing you that there are bigger things out there than the world that we live on.
Yep.
And one of those things is the Second Amendment. The apes are coming in. I give some criteria. Again, I'm going in blind on this one. Great storytelling. And I think it gets a lot of points from storytelling just because of the fact that it kind of helps out people who haven't seen the previous ones. Acting is kind of hard to tell. It should be voice acting. How was the voice acting? Voice acting was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Tone, scary. Direction, forward. Music, awesome. The music was really good.
Yeah.
T, so much. Impact.
It impacted me.
It impacted the baby that was sitting right across from us.
Oh my god.
The loudest family ever, bro.
There were 2 children.
Oh my gosh.
When I looked up, there was 2 newborns.
There's like this nursing mother like laying there like just looking over us like dude, like this whole movie is the loudest noises ever.
Literally my chair is shaking so much, my keys, my vape, all of my snacks fall onto the floor.
Dude, it was like, why? What? And every single scene, they're like, oh, man.
No.
Whoa. Oh, salmon.
Dude, they're signing.
Oh, no way.
When the apes are signing, they're like...
It shows subtitles.
No. for some of them it didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he goes like this, which is a basic known one, but he goes, why? And I was like, shut up.
It's like, I think he's saying why.
I was like, shut up.
Dude, yeah, no, it was a great movie. What are some of the points that you liked about it?
I liked how it really follows the first three. I'm really curious to see or look up here later if Noah is a part of Caesar's family or not, or if his grandchildren or even like great-grandchildren are in this movie. Just because I'm really curious to see how his lineage really passed down. But also at the same time, I can't wait for another one because this franchise is just so freaking good.
It's pretty awesome.
And there's just no stopping it.
Yeah.
No stopping it.
My score, Ape like movie. Ape give movie. 90 score. What do you milk what do you give gay ape? What score do you give?
I give 95.
Average is
Up on the
92.5.
And it's going to be up on the screen.
92.5 is our score for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Let us know what you think about the movie. Let us know if we missed anything. Have you read any of the comments on our previous ones?
Yes and no, but the thing is that, like, I've been watching more so the shorts.
Oh, yeah.
Because I look at the comments on our actual videos, and there's only one that's still from Immaculate. There's not...
Oh, yeah, sorry, shorts. Yeah, shorts. There was some comments. There was one. It was on the Godzilla one, and I honestly was talking out of my ass the entire time. There was some comments like, you did clearly not watch the movie. If you knew anything about this universe, which clearly you didn't, you would know that the kaijus could sense radiation levels. If you did any kind of viewing or reading previous to this viewing, you would have known that. You sound ignorant. You clearly do not know what you were talking about. And I replied like, lol, yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why I watched the movie.
You defending this movie on a podcast with 90 subscribers to it, like, shut up, dude. So I cannot wait for those. That's going to be fun.
Yeah,
92.5. I really liked it. Brittany's vape fell onto the ground, which means she really liked it. And anything you want to say before we sign out?
Stop bringing your kids to the movie theaters. If I have to see one more newborn child in the freaking movie theater, especially when I am a grown adult trying to sit there and watch a freaking movie.
Take my thumb and just put it
I'm
right...
going to... Wait, whoa,
right on the soft spot of that baby's head.
I'm going to punt
just press,
that baby.
Press it right into the baby's skull. Because the baby's skull is really soft.
Yes, I know.
But just take my...
No, actually, I'm not even going to do anything to that baby. Parents, it's your fault. Don't bring your kid to the movie theater.
Stop having kids.
Well...
You look. Ape strong together... Ape pissed off because I had to hear your ape cry the whole time.
Literally.
Okay? Ape not strong together. Ape pissed together. Because Ape trying to watch a movie and Ape couldn't because little Ape...
No, literally.
So, thank you for coming by the Something Cafe. I have been Celestino Dooley.
Brittany Loudon.
And let us know what movie you want us to watch next time. We will see you later. Peace.